How's it going, boys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today I'm gonna make a video at 1 a.m. because reasons. So today we're gonna get into how to gain MMR quick and efficiently in Dota 2. Alright, so from a professional standpoint, me being a professional, I am 5.2k MMR. So obviously, this is kind of bad, but this is the top 1% of MMR. And the thing is, I used to be in the hurl bracket, guys. I was once 400 MMR. So I have personal experience. A lot of people calibrate it at 4K, right? A lot of people calibrate it at 5K and they stayed there their whole entire life. But no, I actually have experience on gaining MMR all the way from the bottom to the top. I went from Legend 1 to like Divine 5. Well, actually technically Immortal in like 2 months. I'm not even kidding. Since the pandemic, I gained like over 3,000 MMR in 2 months. I won so many games. So I basically found out everything about the ins and outs of Dota and like what you need to know and stuff. So I put them into 3 big points, and I'm gonna break it down near the end, just like tips and small tips of what you need to do and stuff. So the biggest one is behavior score. People don't think about this, right? They think it's all about heroes, the way they play. No. This number right here means so much, guys. And to elaborate this even more, the time of day also matters. So I'm talking about before you even get into the game, guys. What time are you queuing? Are you queuing at 1 a.m. in the morning? Are you queuing at 6 p.m.? Are you queuing on a Monday? Are you queuing to a game on a Saturday? All that shit matters. And the 2 most important parts are the time that you queue and the behavior score you're at. So obviously this is not an ideal behavior score, not gonna lie. I'll say the sweet point is actually not 10k. Believe it or not, guys, it is not 10k. From personal experience, climbing MMR the fastest was around 7 to 8k. Why? Because I will tell you right now exactly why. Because when you're at below, because when you're queuing to a game, you don't just see if you win or not, right? Like the amount of time that you spend queuing also counts. When you're below 6k behavior score, you're going to be waiting for, even below 7k behavior score, you're going to be waiting for, like when it's late into the night, you're waiting for around 20 plus minutes for a game. If you're playing carry or mid. And then by sure, you're probably going to play carry or mid if you're trying to get MMR, right? Am I right? If you're going to play support and tell me you're trying to get MMR, nice joke. But it is possible, but it's like 50 times harder because, yeah, obvious reasons. You guys know the drill, carry mid, easy spam, easy boost. If you can 1v5. If you're playing support, you rely on your carry. If your carry is a fucking Papega, you can't do shit about it. You lose. So, I mean, you still could carry from the support role. It is just like so much harder. And if you're down to do that shit and like fucking tolerate your carry just flaming the fuck out of you for doing a good job, then go for it, man. Go for it. So the reason why it's not 10k is because, well, if you're below, I would say the lower the better. But the reason why you can't go below 7k is because you will take forever to find games. And the people who you find games on are going to be griefers who will try to grief your game. They will literally just AFK. If you fucking steal 1 creep as a support, boom, carry, destroy items. If the mid hero dies once you didn't TP, boom, destroys that. Like, people have no fucking actual self-decency in these games. Their patience is absolutely 0. But here's the other thing, right? I realized that every game that I queue into 10k behavior score, for some reason, the skill level drops dramatically. I don't know what it is about people at 10k behavior score. I think they're just way too PMA that they don't learn anything. So, I don't know. Just from my personal experience, they are a lot worse. I feel like, or maybe it's not that. Maybe it's just because when you're at 10k behavior score, it's either they're very good at the game and they get a lot of commands, or they're very PMA, but they're very shit at the game. I don't know. It's either one. Most of the time, the shit people are on your team, and the fucking smurfs and people who are good are on the enemy team. So I feel like 8k is the best range. 8 to 8.5. Because that's where you get a lot of, some of them are noob, and some of them are like account buyers, some of them are like normal human beings that just are a little bit toxic, right? It's fine. Everyone's toxic a little bit in Dota. It's part of the game, okay? It's fine. I'm not talking about like 5K behaviors who are toxicity. I'm talking about 8K, 9K. That's like manageable toxicity in my opinion. Some people say 10K is the only number you can get. I say you're factually incorrect because that's just not how life works. So if you're around 8K, I feel like it's so easy to just 1v9 the team. Honestly, there's so many noobs and I don't know. There's something about that number. Just trust me, guys. If you're 8K behavior score, there's something about that behavior score which makes you 1v9 and carry the fuck out of your team. Now, if you're 10K behavior score, I do not recommend you to physically drop your behavior score just to flame the fuck out of people or abandon games just so you can get to that point. I'm just saying that don't worry if you flame a little bit, because if your behavior score drops to like 9K or 8K, it might even be easier for you. Now, the second thing I want to get into is actually party queue, okay? So as you can see, these tips are not very your original conventional tips. Like, oh my god, do this. This is actually don't fucking party queue, guys. You might think party queue is a good idea. Unless you're party, the only thing that's manageable with party queues is party of 5, okay? And 2 of the people on your team needs to be like smurfing on their ults. So this is why, guys. One, when you're party queuing, is only 20 MMR, right? That's the least of your concern. So first of all, you're gaining MMR a lot slower, but that's the least of your concern. The biggest of your concern is that when you party queue, the people, first of all, everyone in party queue has some kind of autism, dude. I don't know what it is. Every time I party queue, if I party queue with a party of 2 or 3, the other 2 players are always extremely bad, or the enemy teams are extremely bad. It's always like a very, very bad game, right? And let's say especially when you're party queuing with your friend who's like 3K or 2K MR below you, you're gonna find like an enemy who's the exact same spot as you. So there's gonna be like a divine and a legend, dude. And you know what's gonna happen? If your mid hero is a legend and their mid is a fucking divine, you lost the game. If your mid is a divine player and the enemy mid is a legend player, you won the game. It is that fucking stupid. So I don't recommend party queuing. Unless if you're party of 5. If you're a party of 5, then by all means, go ahead and party queue. Because when you party queue, what's going to happen is that the 2 people who I already said, right? They're like legend or archon accounts and the rest are divine. And when you're party queuing, you can find people who are going to be like the retards who have like, I have a legend, I have an archon. And by the way, the archon smurfs on your team are actually divine skill. So like whatever, basically what I mean is like you have to have people who are in your party of 5 who are on smurfs who are way below your party MMR. So you get paired up with noobs. That's how you instant win. It's basically like hacking the system, right? But I know people that do that. If you don't want to do that, don't do this tip. It's that simple. Ignore this tip completely if you're not down to do that. Because what's going to happen if you queue into a party of 5 divines is that you're going to queue into an enemy party of 5 divines. And you already know, dude, people who do that shit, people who take the time and effort to make a party of 5 are trying to win the game. They are going to try their fucking ass off, okay? Maybe like in Crusader, everyone's like, let's have some fun, party of 5, guys. Friday nights for the boys, sure. But if you're like Ancient or Divine, most people party queue of 5 just to gain MMR, alright? So if you're not gonna do like proper way to do it, you're gonna lose MMR. And yeah, so the last tip I gotta give you guys is honestly pretty generic. I'll probably say this is the most generic. Pick a hero that's greedy as fuck, okay? That farms fast, that goes either mid lane, preferably mid lane or safe lane, that can 1v9. So I'm talking about Alchemist, okay? This is my go-to hero. And this hero is honestly the best hero in my opinion if you're below Ancient bracket. Because you can literally 1v9 heroes. Everyone just doesn't fucking gank you at all. You jerk your dick in the jungle for 20 minutes. You walk out, you 1v9. I'm not even kidding, guys. Watch my guys on Alchemist. This one single hero gained me like 3k MMR. I'm not even gonna lie. Another heroes are like Sven, right? Sven, basically same thing as Alchemist. Anti-mage I do not recommend because he's fucking garbage hero. Unless if they have like 5 enemy intel heroes, sure. If they have like a PA, dude, you're fucked. Spectre, also very good. Drow, PL, Faceless Void, Wraith King, Ursa, Terrorblade, Juggernaut to a certain extent, Lifestealer, PA to a certain extent, but she's kind of like anti-mage, which makes her bad. What else? CK, you know, all these heroes. You farm. You have to be fast farmers. Okay, maybe like not slow farmers, but you gotta farm fast, 1v9 and carry your team, and spam 3 heroes. So basically what you're gonna do is play it like this. So you're gonna play like 2 greedy heroes. So like I play Lycan and Alchemist mid, and then I also play Quap and Necro if I need to. Like, let's say if they have like a Huskar or some shit, right? I'm not gonna pick Alchemist into that shit, so I'm gonna pick Quap, or I'm gonna pick Necro. If they pick something like a, I don't know, Sniper, I might not pick Alk. I might just pick Quap, right? So stuff like that. For safe lane, my go-to are always like Spectre, Sven, and like, you know, Lifestealer and shit. But if it's like a really good Ursa game, I'll pick. Actually, no, Ursa's my go-to hero. If it's like a really good Juggernaut game, you know, I will pick Jug. If it's a really good Drow game, if it's a really good PL game, I'll pick those. So always have some backup, right? Have like 1 or 2 backup. But those are the games where you might lose MMR. And don't worry, these are just event games. I didn't actually lose. I won all my ranked games. So, I think that's about wrap it up for the tutorial, guys. So, you know, this is just my tips personally, what I got. There are more. Yo, if you guys like this video, drop a like and tell me to do a part 2, because there's actually more tips, guys. This is just the tip of the iceberg. But as you know, I got more hyped as I went on in the video. Hopefully you guys are still watching. If not, yikes. Anyways, as always, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out the Twitch, check out the Patreon, check out the Discord, check out the anything and everything, boys. And I shall see you on the next one. Peace out.